If you are getting divorced and you think that the court is going to give you peace or closure or even fairness, you need to watch this video. This is about the realities of what the court can do for you and what the court will not do for you. Let's talk today about 3 silent ways that the courts do not serve you, and then 3 ways that you can move forward with your best future without involving the court. For so many women who are going through divorce and getting involved in the court system, that can be the most draining part of all. Financially, emotionally, spiritually, it can fully drain you. Let's talk today about ways that you do not have to be drained. Welcome back to Divorce Den, everyone, where our goal is to give you information and education on ways that you can move forward and create your best future without ever going to court if you're getting divorced or separated. Let's get into the 3 ways that the court silently will drain you, and then 3 solutions so you can create your best future. So number 1, the absolute time sucker. It is going to drain your time. The average divorce in New York that's litigated takes anywhere from 18 months to 3 years. I've heard of many people having it take even longer. I've had cases where it's taken even longer. I've had colleagues that have had divorce cases for well over 5 to 6 years just getting divorced. So imagine how draining that is on lost time at work, time that you have to spend in the courthouses, delays in between, all of the motion practice. That is a lot of time, and think about how that resource of time is drained from you so quickly and you'll never get it back. I had a case where we had to wait over 8 months just to get heard on an application for attorney fees. And my client was entitled to attorney fees, and guess what happened in between in those 8 months? That client had to continue to pay attorney fees. So there wasn't even any relief in sight. So think about how draining that's going to be emotionally and certainly on your time. And then speaking of the emotional drain, court is emotionally exhausting. The court system itself and the court personnel involved, they are not equipped to handle any of your emotional needs. They are not equipped to even deal with the emotional intensity that comes along with court, to the point where I've actually heard court personnel say, get out of the courtroom when people are crying, or they are upset, or they are feeling emotionally overwhelmed. Court is not the place to get any type of healing, and certainly not any type of emotional closure. And if you're divorcing someone who is manipulative, or if they're controlling, that court, that courtroom, and that court personnel, that's going to be their stage. They are going to be putting on the show. They are going to be putting on the act as to how great they are and how terrible you are. So what is that going to do to you emotionally? It's going to make you feel even worse, even more traumatized, drain you even more. And the court's going to do very little, if anything, to stop that. And thirdly, it's going to drain you financially. There's sometimes a financial bleed out, financially exhausting people when they are going to court, when they are litigating a matter. Every letter, every motion, every appearance, every negotiation that happens in between these court appearances, between the attorneys, that all costs money. And that money can be drained from your bank account, from your credit cards, from any type of loans that you're taking out very quickly. Trust me, the finances can be absolutely exhausting, can feel overwhelming. I know people who have gone into severe financial debt just to litigate. They have literally been litigated out of the possibility of even moving forward because they have no more money. They have no more assets to tap into, no more credit cards to use. It can really drain you financially, and much quicker than most people think. And I am not talking about if you have children. If there is a custody battle involved, whatever money you think that you're going to be spending on litigation, double it. Easily double it. Because custody battles take a lot of time, often involve another attorney, often involve forensics, other experts who have to come in to testify. And that time and that money and the emotional resources will absolutely cripple you. But there is a better way. Divorce Den Blueprint has a structured program for you to move forward and get divorced. If you are not choosing divorce mediation or the collaborative model, both absolutely viable options, and both should be fully explored. But if the two of you can come to the table and think about ways that you want to create your own future for your kids, for your finances, for the two of you, maybe Divorce Den Blueprint, it might be an option for you. First thing that you would need to do is go on to divorceden.com and take the assessment form. If it seems like this is a program that the both of you could participate in, even if there are some issues that need to be resolved, some outstanding things that you really need to just kind of work through with a divorce mediator, you can come back to the program and you can file the paperwork. It is a flat fee model that gives you predictability as far as pricing and as far as timeline, and it never drains you emotionally. Any of the time, money, and energy that you need to spend to heal emotionally, take that. Take that time, money, and energy and put it into getting a therapist or a divorce coach or a support system. But you never have to do it in a courthouse. You never have to do it in the public arena. The beauty of the Divorce Den Blueprint is it's helping you move forward with the actual logistics of getting divorced. All of the rest of the healing, that can be done outside of the divorce program, of the divorce model, of the courthouse, which it should be. That should not be something that you're dealing with inside the courthouse. Emotionally, divorce is going to be draining on a good day, even if the both of you agree. But if you don't, and you need to navigate some of the other issues, again, like let's say a parenting plan for your children, there are resources outside of the immediate Divorce Den Blueprint that can give you that support. You can get that parenting plan finalized and you can bring it back into Divorce Den Blueprint and file everything. The beauty is there are no surprises. There is no litigation. You are not going to be on the stage in front of everyone in a public arena, because in New York, getting divorced is done in an open court. This is all private. This is all confidential. This is your divorce. This is your future. This isn't up for everyone else to sit here and watch and for everyone else to be a party and a spectator to your new future. No, this is for you to decide on. You and your soon-to-be ex can decide what's best for your family. Nobody else needs to be involved. And secondly, as I mentioned, your emotional safety and your emotional future is going to be taken into consideration when you bring in all of these other resources. Again, if it's your own personal therapist, great. If you need a divorce coach, we have resources for you. If you need a parenting coordinator who can maybe help the both of you start to make decisions that are best for your children, those are additional resources. You do not have to be drained emotionally when you're getting divorced. There is enough to think about. So take advantage of all of the resources that Divorce Den Blueprint has and make sure that you're protecting your peace, taking care of your emotional safety so that as you move forward, all of the decisions that you're making when it comes to the divorce are going to be from a clear-headed perspective and a very future-focused perspective. You're not going to be feeling emotional overwhelm and being put in a position where you're being asked to make a decision when your emotions are being hijacked. No, we want you to come in here clear-headed, thinking about the future, thinking about what's best for you. And the best way to do that is to use the resources for that emotional support outside of the Divorce Den Blueprint. And you do not have to navigate this alone. We always encourage you to have legal advice, sound legal guidance as you're moving forward. So the both of you can agree to whatever you want, but then you can take the paperwork after you take the assessment form with Divorce Den Blueprint and you decide that you want to move forward after you qualify. Once you get the paperwork, take that to an attorney. Have an attorney review it with you so that you know exactly what it is that you're signing, what the legal and financial ramifications are, what the expectations are, what your obligations are. You can get an attorney who can review it with you outside of the Divorce Den Blueprint. You can get a financial expert who can review it with you outside of the Divorce Den Blueprint. But either way, once you have all of the information and you understand everything that is contained in there, then you can file it with the court. You never have to waste time, money, or energy having to make appearances in court, having to wait 30, 60, 90 days to get another court date. No, the both of you can work with these outside resources, whether it's the attorneys, whether it is the parent coordinator, a financial expert, anyone that you need to incorporate as an outside resource. Make sure that you're doing that. getting these people in your corner so that you have all of the information, but you're not wasting time in court. You're not wasting money litigating. Then once you have everything, you understand everything, take the paperwork and file it with court and start creating your best future. This blueprint was created with you in mind so that you do not have to waste time, money, or energy in court. If this resonates with you, please go on to divorceden.com, fill out the assessment form, and see if you qualify. Not everyone will qualify. This is not the right program for everyone. But if it seems like you and your soon-to-be ex can at least agree to participate in this program, use the outside resources, whether it is a mediator or an attorney, but whoever it is that you need to have in your corner and you need as assistance and as another resource, please pull them in. Use them. Make sure that the both of you are doing whatever you need to do to start thinking about the future, about your best future, not staying stuck, not starting to try to think about how we're going to stay stuck here in court, slinging mud, wasting time, wasting money, being emotionally drained. No, if you can come to the same table to at least agree to start to work together, the Divorce Den Blueprint might just be the best option for you. And you and your children and your family, you deserve a future that is protective of your time, your money, and your emotional energy. Let's do this together and get you on the right path forward.